All right, guys, I am back from YCS Providence 2025, and today I'm going to go over the top 8 deck lists for the Ultimate Time Wizard Tournament and a tournament report of how my event went. I always do this after every Ultimate Time Wizard Tournament or RBT. So, I told people I wasn't sure if I was going, but I decided to go last minute because I was kind of doing pretty well at locals with the Blackwings, and I wanted to give it one more shot. This is my third time playing this deck at an event, so we'll get there soon. But first, let's go over the deck list. So first place, Anthony Michael Valenti. I believe his name is Morph online. I talked to him at the event, but I don't really know him that well. GB's finally won an event, so we'll see. We'll see if moving forward now people will be more of a believer in GB because we've seen them perform well at Ultimate Time Wizards, one RBT New York, and then now here Ultimate Time Wizard win. So yeah, it's a real deck. Now let's look at the monsters. 19 monsters, 1 Secutor, 1 Warrior Lady. I'll go over that at the end. 2 Laquari. He told me he ran 2 Prisma and a Stratos. Okay, 2 Quest. Only 1 Sam Knight, 1 Cat, 1 Murmillo, 1 Radiari, 2 Darius. Okay, most people only run 1 Darius. 1 Bestiari, 3 Tessairs. That's interesting. Only 1 Sam Knight. I think I've seen some people try this. Again, I don't play GBs, but the ratios are a little different than what you normally see, but nothing too surprising except the Warrior Lady. I guess because he runs Rhoda. That makes sense. You have 4 targets for Rhoda. Prisma, 2 Prisma, Stratos, and a Warrior Lady. In case there's a monster you need to out. MST, no heavy. A lot of GB players don't main deck heavy. 1 book or triple Book of Moon. 19 trap cards. So triple Prison, 1 Mirror Force, triple Trap Stun. That must have helped him out in the Blackwing matchup. And when people bring in oppressions and stuff, right? Only 2 Chariot, 1 Starlight Road, 1 Wabaku, 2 Bottomless, 2 Compulse, Solemn Judgment, Torrential Call, and Trap Dusher. So yeah. Extra deck, he probably doesn't even. Look at his extra 5-headed dragon. He just threw it in there just for the fun of it. Goyo, Synchros, yeah. The extra deck doesn't matter except like the GBs and maybe Chimera Tech. Yeah, he played 3 Chimera Tech. That's about it. Now let's look at his side deck. The second Radiari. Mole. I remember Javi used to love Grand Mole, but I think he cut it. The third Chariot makes sense. 2 Trap Hole for Blackwing. He sides in the heavy. Okay, that makes sense. 1 Compulse. 1 My Body, probably for Blackwing. Breaker. 2 Smashing. 2 Cyber. 2 Dust. So, interesting take on GB. So, I'm curious to see how they'll do moving forward. Now we have Jonathan Mark Gleason. I believe he's a pretty well-known online player, but I forgot what his name was. I saw him playing. I was shocked to see this deck. I mean, let's look at his main deck. 3 Thunder Dragon, 3 Volcanic Shell, 1 Trooper, 1 Gale, 3 Rocket, 1 Descendant, 2 Dekoichi, 1 Night Assailant, and 3 Spy. 3 Black Garden, 2 Avarice, 2 Gold Sark, 2 Blaze Accelerator, 1 Card Destruction, and a Trap lineup, 2 Bottomless, 2 Regeki Starlight, 3 Wing Blast. Kind of makes sense in this deck, right? Because of Volcanic Shell. Mirror Force, Comiker, Torrential. Extra deck looks pretty standard. I'm not going to go over the side deck. Consecrated, 2 Dying. I don't really know what to say about this deck. Possessed Dark Soul is probably for the dupe block. I don't know. Am I surprised to see this deck do well? I mean, it was 8 rounds. I don't think he was the 1 seed. I don't remember who the 1 seed was, but I mean, they got 3, what's it called? Volcanic, where's the card called? 3 Volcanic Rocket, 3 Thunder Dragon. So yeah, I could see this deck performing well. I mean, he took it all the way to the finals, came close to winning. We'll see. We've seen crazier decks make it to the finals. All right, so that's second place. Third place, Jacob Steven. I don't know how to pronounce that last name, but okay, he's playing. I heard about this. He's playing Forg with Kinkabayo, but outside of that, his deck looks pretty standard. Only 1 Dandelion, Beel's Frog in the main deck. 3 Moray. Yeah, there's nothing that really stands out except the 3 traps that in the main. I actually was watching his match, and I think he opened 2 trap stun against the GB guy. I don't know if it was a GB guy, but I was watching him play, and he did open 2 traps on game 1. It might have been against a GB guy. I don't know if that helped. I mean, seems like a horrible matchup for him, though. All right, standard. Let's standard for extra deck and side deck. So let's see. He does a convergence side. That's what almost everyone does. Oh, he was only on 1 Treeborn. Okay, that's interesting. I guess you kind of don't need it in Forg, so you can get away with 1. All right, so that was third place. Now fourth place. Oh, wait, let me go over some. So, third place was 40 cards. Second place was 40 cards. Only the GB guy was on 43, which I don't like. I think he won, so I'm not going to say anything. But me, personally, I would cut it down to 40. There's like some like cards I would cut down. Like the 3-ofs, I would probably cut down to like 2. Like maybe only 2 trap stun. And I don't know. I always find a way. That's just me. Okay, so now let's go back to the Nathan Andrew Ura. What's he playing? I think he's just playing Vayu. Yeah, he was the only Vayu player that made top 4. There was actually 3 in top 8, I think, but he's the only one to make top 4. So let's see if he's using like the 41. Is this the Sizzle 41? Gores, Hamster, Cartridge. But it looks like it. Yeah, it looks like the standard. Yep. Pretty standard monster lineup. Spell. Yep, standard. Yeah, this is it. This is the typical Sizzle 41 Vayu main deck. Extra deck's probably the same. Now, the side deck's probably usually where people change. Actually, his side deck looks also identical. Yeah, this is like Sizzle's list almost card for card. Maybe he knows them. Maybe they're friends. I don't know. All right, so now we go to 5th place. Christopher Malik Smith. Okay, I saw this guy playing. I was surprised to see Dragons make it to top 8. So, 41 cards. Yeah, he's playing decking Kaius, Prime Material, Raikou, Lila's, Darkness Metal, 2 Dandelion, Kakumaru Drago, Wyverns. Yeah, interesting decks. Like a Chaos, Triple Debris Dragon. Yeah, it's a pretty cool deck. Congrats to him making it to top 8. 2 Gold Sark. Yeah, I mean, what's he gonna? Yeah, he's gonna Gold Sark Future Fusion. Yeah, that's like the number 1 card that gets Gold Sark. And then Trap Line. I like the kind of 7 traps. Pretty cool. 2 Karma, Call, Dust Shoe, Mirror Force, Return, Torrential. Yeah, interesting deck. I don't think I'd play it, but interesting. Take Drag. It's not Trap Dragons. I don't even know what to call this deck. Disaster Dragon. Lightsworn's a weird deck. But he took it to top 8. Again, congrats to him. Side deck. The second Drago, 2 Rug, 2 Bottomless, Mind Control, 2 T-Roar, 2 Crow, nothing too fancy. Now we have Maxime Gillette. I think that's your man. 44 cards. Oh, this is the interesting value list, right? 3 Raikou, 3 Deslakota, 2 Kalute, or is it Blackwings? 2 Blizzard, Morphing Jar, Dark Arms, Zero. Oh no, it's Blackwing. Yeah, I heard about this deck. Yeah, I remember because I was watching the top 8 and I was like, what the heck? What is that guy playing Vayu or Blackwing? And people in the crowd are like, he's playing some. They wouldn't tell me what he was playing. Like some of his friends, I guess, were watching him play. Yeah, this is a pretty. It's like Vayu Blackwing. Yeah, I don't even know what to call it. It's a hybrid, some super hybrid deck. 2 Whirlwind, Avarice, Heavy Allure, 15 trap cards. Wow. Triple Prison, 2 Bottomless, 2 Deck Death, 2 Sorrow, Triple Icarus, Mirror Force, Solemn, and 1 Oppression in the main deck. Extra deck looks standard, except the 2 Stardust, probably because he's main decking Starlight Road. 2 Starlight Road, so yeah, he probably needs a second Stardust. Now let's get the side. Triple Kaiku, Triple DD Crow, man. He side decks the MST. Actually, shout out to a true hero. I was talking to him about MST in the side. And because he and I both did it. I don't think anyone else has. I did it at RBTLA and he did it at YCS Sacramento. We were playing Vayu and we just side decked the MST because you only kind of really need it in the Blackwing matchup. All right. The second Oppression, my body sides. Oh, he's only on 2 Sirocco. That's interesting. That's cool, but man, you're going to need that Sirocco. Anyway, yeah, he sides like 3 False Dyna and 1 Deck Dev. Okay, interesting deck all the way to top 8. Congrats to him. 44 cards. You guys know I'm not a fan. I'm 40. I may cut Upstart in certain decks, but I'm always going to run 40. Okay, all right, here comes Steven. The third Ultimate Time Wizard top for him. I've met him quite a few times. Only a few people have top 3 that I can think of on the top of my head. The people who've top 3 Ultimate Time Wizard tournaments has been like Eric Shen, Fraser Smith, a true hero, Steven. There's probably someone I forgot, but those are the only 4 I can think of on the top of my head. All right, so let's see Steven. Now, his list is similar to the Sizzle 41, but not exactly. Let's see, what differences does he have? Because all the value lists are like almost identical these days. Only 6 spells, Heavy, MST, Allure, Burial, Brain Rot. Okay, so he's not on Charge. Or he's not on Chaos Sorcerer either. Okay. So no Charge, no Chaos Sorcerer. He's playing way more... he's main decking 2 Oppression, which I love. 1 Return, 2 Prison, 2 Bottomless, 1 Deck Dev. It's cool. Yeah, I like his trap lineup. The only thing I would change about Steven's deck is I'd probably find a way to throw 3 Upstarts in there. And other than that, I like his deck. Yeah, that's the only thing I would change about his list. Now let's look at extra deck. It's all the same. Side deck, Triple Dust. I like 2, but 2 DD Crow. Solemn Judgment, 1 Rug. It looks like he likes siding just 1 system down from Machina. See, I wouldn't do that. I don't think you do. I did face. We'll get to the tournament. I actually did face 1 Machina player, but it's like you don't face it all the time. Like you might get unlucky and get paired against 1, but I don't think that card's worth it. Cyber Dragon kind of does the job. Now let's see. He is also side decking Cyber Dragon. 2 Massacre Strike, 1 Lightning Vortex, 2 Falls Down. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about his side deck is the system down. Could have gone to some other spot. All right. So Christopher, is he the last one? Okay, this is the only Blackwing player that... I mean, I guess this is this... I don't even know what to call this deck. I guess there's 2 Blackwing players in top 8. So this guy... Shout out to him. He came and introduced himself to me. And I know he and I talked a few times. Shout out to him. Only Blackwing player in top. He told me about the Swallow's Nest. He's only on 1, though. But let's look at his monster lineup. 3 Sirocco, 2 Vayu. I've been thinking about going up to 2 Vayu. Outside of that, pretty standard. Everyone, yeah. Spells, 1 Brain, 1 MST, 2 Whirlwind, Allure Heavy. Yep, standard. Now, quite a few trap cards. 1 Dust in the main, 1 Dust Shoot, triple D Prison, 2 Bottomless, triple Icarus, 1 Solemn, 1 Mirror Force, 1 Torrential. No jars, no upstarts. At least he's playing 40, so I'm not going to complain. He didn't make room for the Mistworm. It looks like he's not using Chimeric Tech, so he's probably not side decking Cyber Dragon. Yeah, he's not side decking Cyber Dragon. So he decided to go for the 1 system down, 2 DD Crow, 1 Dust, 1 Lightning Vortex, 2 Oppression, 2 Dyna, 2 Traps that made from the Mirror, 2 Compulse, and 2 Kaiku. So yeah, congrats to the top 8. I always go over the top 8 deck list and see what I like. So now we'll get to my tournament report. Yes, we'll get to my tournament report. And I decided to play Blackwings because you guys be seeing the locals. I made the finals four in a row. Almost won 4 locals in a row. Even though I didn't do well at the Copper's Cove tournament. But yeah, I didn't do well at the Copper's Cove tournament, but I still wanted to give Blackwings another shot. The previous 2 times I played Blackwings, I went 0-2 at RBT New York. But I was main decking 2 Oppression, which I kind of felt was a mistake. And like round 1, I got paired against Vayu, and it hurt me game 1. I actually drew both of them. And then at Orlando, I lost to Diva Hero, and I lost to Norlaris, which the Oppressions would have been good there. So I decided to give it a 3rd chance, and I'll go over the deck list and then the tournament report real quick. As far as Ultimate Time Wizard, this one ran pretty smoothly. I'm not gonna no complaints. I heard they got a couple of rulings wrong, but I don't know about that. But as far as like they actually finally got a microphone, which is good. We still don't have a timer, but I don't think they can give us a timer. I mean, just use Neuron. That's what I've started doing. All right. So yeah, my Blackwing list is pretty standard. I wouldn't change anything. 3 Clue, 3 Blizzard. Yeah, nothing there. Except maybe I'd cut the Gores. I've been debating on, me and Dono were talking about cutting the Gores. I don't know. I think I would cut it maybe at the 2nd Vayu. All right, so 1 Brain, 1 MST, 2 Whirlwind, 3 Upstart, Lure Heavy, nothing there. And Torrential, Jar, 1 Dust Shoot, 3 Icarus, 2 Bottomless, Mirror Force, Solemn, 2 Deep Prison. The only thing I regret was I would change that Jar for a 3rd Deep Prison. Jar is just, I don't like it. I would rather just play more trap cards. That's how I look at Jar. And now let's look at the side deck. 1 Knock. I like it against Vayu, just 1 random knock. And against Machina, 1 Dark Illusion, 1 Noble and Extermination. I always side Extermination and Blackwing's going 2nd because I know everyone's going to bring in triple Dust. So in case I have Whirlwind, or even just sniping their Bottomless, so my Shura summon goes through. That's why I like 1. 2 can get a little too much, so that's why I always go with 1. So both Knock and Extermination. 1 Raikou because of the Mind Control at the bottom. You guys see it there. 2 Dust. I don't like 3 because 3 can get a little too cloggy. But like the only time you really want the Dust Tornadoes against Blackwings is in the Blackwing Mirror is when they draw a Whirlwind. 2 Rug. I decided to go on my body because it's a spell. I can stop Torrential, Icarus, Mirror Force, Bottomless. 2 Cyber Dragon, 2 Royal Oppression, and 1 Fissure for the Consecrated Light. Extra deck's pretty standard. Nothing too fancy there. I have to go with Chimera Tech, so I don't have room for Mistworm or anything like that. All right. Now that that's over with, we'll go over the tournament report, how I did in the main Ultimate Time Wizard tournament, and how I did in the Attack of the Giant card, day 2. But I just want to give a shout out to everyone that I decided to go last minute. I just didn't want to regret not going. I was like, let me just go. Because we have Nats, even though it's not Nats for us Edison players, it's still the Ultimate Time Wizard Indy. I'm sure a lot of people are going to go. And I wanted to just get practice because there's not another big tournament for me for another 2 months. So that's why I decided to go. So let's go. Round 1 against Nicholas playing Diva Hero Zombie. I lost the roll. And I didn't know what he was playing because I actually talked to a couple of people that I respect, a True Hero, Gary Yu. I was talking to them if your opponent allures you and banishes a Diamond Dude, what do you think they're playing? Do you think they're playing zombies? I didn't. I was thinking Diamond Dude, he's probably playing Diva Hero. That was what I thought. And then it kind of cost me the game because then he was setting goblin zombies and I thought it was a tomato or something. It was just weird. And yeah, it was a swift 2-0. I got just wrecked. I think also game 1 he drew I drew 6 monsters. He won the die roll. He does shooted me, and he had Gores. He opened the 2 1-ups, does shoot and Gores, and again I drew 6 monsters, so I couldn't really fight out. I don't really remember game 2. It was just I can't remember game 2 at all because this is kind of a blur. But that's all I remember from game 1, and it was Swift 2-0. So already down 0-1, not looking good. Round 2, I play against David. I won the die roll this time. He's playing some interesting frog deck. It's kind of like a fork deck with Symbol of Heritage, Thunder Dragon, Mother Grizzly. I don't know, it just seemed like a weaker version of fork, and it was just a Swift 2-0. Actually, game 2, he did have me in trouble, but he flipped Royal Decree, and I had to take a huge minus to keep my oppression up. So I went Icarus. So I had Icarus Oppression. I went Icarus, tribute my Blackwing, target his Decree, and target my other Blackwing monster, just so my oppression would go through, because I knew Royal Oppression was going to win me the game, which it did. So, yep, that was round 2. So I'm 1-1. And then round 3, I'm going up against Kevin. I won the roll. He's playing Vayu Turbo, and this was a 2-0. Yeah, I don't remember this event much, man. What happened again in this match? I think Whirlwind shenanigans. That's how Blackwings usually win. Whirlwind, right? We actually had a pretty good match. I think he milled his bombs. And that's one thing about Vayu. You mill, I remember early game, he milled his return, and, it hurts. Or when you draw Dark Arm dead late. So that's all. I don't really remember that match much, but it was a 2-0 versus Vayu. So 2-1. I'm doing better than I did at RBT New York. Even though I lost round 1, I'm doing better than I did the previous 2 big tournaments that I ran Blackwings. So round 4, we're going to go up against Nicholas Palermo. Lost the roll. He's playing Vayu, so 2 Vayus in a row. And game 1, what happened game 1? Oh, okay, I remember what happened game 3. I think I drew the best against anyone that I played. I think I drew Whirlwind all 3 games against him. I remember game 3 was the one that I remember. He won game 1. But game 3, I remember I had Whirlwind Shura. I sided in Cyber Dragon going second against Vayu, and I went special Cyber Dragon. I was trying to, I think he said 2 back rows. Yes, he said 2 back rows. He goes Greffer, dump Vayu, dump Sirocco, right? Pass. I go special Cyber Dragon, attack, and then I set a Raikou. Because I'm trying to get through his back rows. I have MST, Shura, Whirlwind in my hand. And then he goes, draw, special summon Dark Armed, wipes my board. I have no back rows. I keep the MST in my hand. Remember, he has 2 back rows. Then he special summons Armwing and just attacks me, right? And then sets a 3rd back row. He flips Deck Dev. I think he got 1 card out of my hand with a Deck Dev. He tributes his Armwing. Then I actually top deck. I told him this after the match. I top decked Nobleman of Extermination. So I went MST. I chained MST to his Deck Dev. I don't have to, but I just did it. You never know. Mind Crush. They can Mind Crush you. So I was like, chain MST, right? Hit one of his back rows, thanks, which was Book of Moon. And I think I exterminated his other back row, which was either MST. I think it was Dust Tornado. And then I go Whirlwind, Shura, the D-Nasty special, Surge Gale, half his Dark Arm, and I came back in the game after that. And game 2, I remember game 2, I kind of beat him with Whirlwind, just slowly advantage with Whirlwind. That's how I beat him game 2. And, yep. I'm moving on. 3-1. Now, okay, this match was funny. Round 5, I play against Alex. I lost the die roll. So how's my die rolls right now? I won round 2 and 3. Lost so 2. So I'm 2 and 3. And one thing I want to mention about when you go to big events, a lot of the times, die rolls play a huge factor, whether you perform well or not. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Depending on what deck you're playing. But I lost in the roll against Alex playing Lightsworn. Do I remember this match? I remember that game 1, he had to read my Blackwings. My guess is that maybe he's an advanced player. I didn't ask him. I should have asked him. I just wasn't thinking in the moment. But he's like reading my Blackwings, and I was kind of like, what the hell? You're here round 5 with X1 and you don't know what Blackwings do? I was shocked. And then I was thinking, but he cooked me game 1. And then, I remember I had like Torrential Mirror Force. He had a Wolf. He Tribute Celestia. Popped my Torrential Mirror Force. I'm forced in Torrential. And then he dropped JD. And that's all she wrote. But then game 2, I don't remember game 2. I just won game 2. I think, I don't really remember. But game 3, okay, what happened game 3 against this guy? I remember my opening hand had Dark Arm, which I didn't really draw Dark Arm that much up until this round. I don't think I saw it at all up until this round. I just Dark Arm Blizzard and like a Borar Sure. So I knew I could potentially drop Dark Arm on him. And he, eventually that's how I won with Dark Arm. Yeah, I just remember I beat him with Dark Arm, but it was close. And I was so worried. And like, I forced him to like chain his Beckoning and stuff like that. Yeah, so I Legacy 2-0'd him even though he beat me game 1. So now I'm 4-1. So I'm fighting back. I'm thinking, okay, I just got to win three in a row, and hopefully my tiebreakers will carry me into top 8. I mean, winning 3 in a row is not hard. So round 6, I go up against Sebastian from New York. I lost the die roll. He's playing Twilight, and we went to game 3. I'm just going over game 2. Game 2, I think I won with Whirlwind. But game 1, I remember I didn't know what he was playing at first. He's playing like all sorts of like return in his deck. He beat me with return. Like I can't believe he kind of kept just kind of stalling me out with threatening roars and stuff. But there was one big situation game 1 where I had like Whirlwind, Torrential, Bottomless, Jar, Stardust, and like another Blackwing on the field. And I remember thinking, if this Jar, this is why I mentioned it earlier, if this Jar was a 3rd D prison, I would have been able to, he was running Gale in his Twilight deck. And it messed me up because he had an Honest on the field, right? And he goes, Gale, half your Stardust. If that Jar had been D prison, I would have just D prisoned his Gale when he tried to run over my Stardust. But instead, I had to make a choice. I can Torrential him, and I could Torrential him and negate my own Torrential with Stardust. He's gonna Black Rose the field. I'm gonna lose everything, and but I'll get my Stardust back. But I decided to just Torrential my board to save my Bottomless and my Whirlwind and my Jar. And looking back, maybe I should have just done let him Black Rose me. But like the problem is I only had like 2 cards in my hand, so I was thinking, man, I don't know. He might be able to fight back if I don't. If I want to save my Bottomless, I want to save my Whirlwind because that's gonna help me win the game. But he ended up coming back because he beat me with a return, which is something that I did not see coming in Twilight. But that was game 1, and then game 3, I just remembered I thought I was gonna win, but I ended up losing. He knocked me out of the tournament. I had Oppression, Icarus. He milled both his Judgment Dragons, so I was like, I'm good. I had like Oppression, Icarus, like 2 Blackwings on the field. And he True-Nated me. He True-Nated me and dropped Dark Arm, and then I lost. I couldn't come back after that. So yeah, I was upset. Like the only thing is maybe game 1 had I just Torrential if I had just let him Black Rose me, maybe I could have won, but I'll never know. And I go over the last 2 rounds real quick. I kept playing, but for no reason. I have no shot. I don't think any X2s made it, but I just want the practice. So round 7, I went against Carl White, the famous Gadget player. First time I've played him. I know he was in War League this season, and Game 1, I opened double whirlwind and won. And then game two and 3 was kind of similar. He just kept out grinding me, which Machina is known to do against. Well, game 2 he just out grinded me with like with Raikou and Hamster and like Gear Frame. And I think he used like triple average. We had a long match. We almost went into time. And then game 3, it was kind of the same thing, but the only difference was I got rid of his Raikous with knock, and then he kept beating me with Consecrated Light. I remember, and there was a huge crowd watching. I guess because he's from the area, so a lot of his friends were watching, and a couple of them know who I am. So, like I remember I got rid of the first Consecrated, and then he summoned the second one, and I couldn't draw an out to it. And by the time I finally drew an out to the Consecrated, he drew into Starlight Road. So I go like Torrential, and then he goes Starlight Road, and I was like, yeah, I needed to draw the out way earlier so that I could deal with it, but he ended up winning. But again, it doesn't matter. But the good thing is, he kind of still had a shot to make Top Cut because he had a draw. He was X1-1, but I don't know if he would have got in with X1-1, so maybe we were playing for no reason. So I lost, so that makes 4-3. And again, I played round 8. Most of the time when you're X3, your opponent doesn't show up, but my opponent did show up. He's playing Frog Monarch, and this one I'm just out of it. I remember, I think he won game 1, just Monarchs. He was playing like a pure Frog Monarch deck, which can be tough to beat at times. They just always constantly dropping Monarchs on you, Battle Faders and stuff. And then I won game 2 pretty quickly. But game 3, I think I also made a small mistake because like I had a Vayu Dark Arm play. I made like a Armed Wing, a Brio, and a Dark Arm and tried to go for game. I should have just made Goyo and Dark Arm and attack. He had a Swap Frog on the field. I should have just attacked this Swap Frog with Goyo, take the Swap Frog, Dark Arm attack, he drops Battle Fader, but instead I made a Brio and what's the guy called? Armory for no reason. It was game either way, and I was just I don't know why I did it. I did it because I had Icarus. I wanted to go Brio, Arm Wing, Dark Arm with Icarus, but against a pure Frog Monarch deck, Icarus is not even that good. I should have just went Goyo with Dark Arm and held the Vayu in my hand with Icarus, and then he goes like Soul Exchange or Dark Arm, choose for Caius, and I just slowly lost. Maybe I could have won that third game. I don't know, but again, we were playing for nothing, so it doesn't matter. So technically, I went 4-4, but I was out round 6. So how do I? But I lost. I think I lost. I know I lost a die roll against Jack playing the Frog Monarch deck, but I think I beat Carl White in the die roll. So let's see, 2-1, 2-2, 2-3, 2-4, 3-4. So 3 and 5 in the die roll. Not even 50%. And I guess I'll go over real quick what happened to Attack of the Giant card. I actually switched back to Frog Hero. I haven't played the deck in a while. I wanted to give it a shot. And honestly, I played round 1 and I lost. I got wrecked by, I don't remember this guy's name. I think his name was James. Yes, his name was James. He won the die roll. And game 1, I guess I'll go over this matchup real quick. Game 1, he goes first. He goes set 3 back row. Oh no, did I win the roll? Oh no, I won the die roll. Never mind, I won the die roll. I go Summon Stratos, pass. He goes set 3, pass. I heavy storm him. I don't care if he has Starlight Road because I can deal with it. But he goes Chain Dust Shoot, Chain, Yada, and Jar. So my heavy storm was a -1, which is crazy. Your opponent says 3 backwards. You're at least thinking it's going to be an even out. And then after that, he opens double whirlwind, and I just lost. And game 2, he just beat me down with the Floodgate monsters. Fossil Dyna. I think he drew Fossil Dyna and King Tiger Wangu. I couldn't out. And then I dealt with the Dyna. Then I set Subsitoad, but he had Shurikalut, so I couldn't stall until I drew an out, and then I lost. But yeah, there you have it. We'll see what I decide to play moving forward at YCS or Ultimate or Nats in Indy later in 2 months from now. Will I keep playing Blackwings? I'm not sure. I do well at locals with it, but at the big events, I started off fine, 4-1, but we'll see. As far as Frog Heroes, playing Frog Heroes, it was just one match, but I could see the deck still feels like it has the same problems it always has. Drawing too many monsters. That you can only do one play per turn, which is kind of one of the reasons why I stopped playing that deck, and it kind of resurfaced again in that matchup. I mean, even though he had double whirlwind, but again, the same issues. He summoned 2 floodgate monsters. I couldn't deal with it. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Stay tuned. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the tournament report. A lot of people told me they enjoy these, and I appreciate it. And yeah, hope to see you guys. Next event for me will be the Ultimate Time Wizard in Indy. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.